Hello, very warm welcome back. Thank you for joining us for our post-game show. So good to have you with us. Kate, Thierry, Jamie and Micah. What's wrong?
You didn't welcome them in.
Sorry, welcome along, everybody. You usually start it and then I follow.
Okay.
That's how it usually goes. Should we try again? Let's go back to the beginning. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to the post-game show. So good to have you with us. Come on in.
Welcome.
Kate, Thierry, Jamie and Micah here with you. OK, so we've got two of the semi-finalists are now known. We've got PSG and Barca, who are through to the next round of the Champions League. PSG, we know, will face the winners of the Arsenal-Real Madrid game tomorrow. Remember, second leg of that, Arsenal go in with a 3-0 advantage, but playing at the Bernabeu for this second leg. Barcelona will play the winner of Inter against Bayern. Inter 2-1 up, playing at home at the San Siro for the second leg of that. So we've got some great semi-finals coming up. Either way, these games go tomorrow. Today, though, gave us some drama that we didn't expect in both games.
Yeah, I wanted to just ask Thierry, and we'll go through the goals a little bit later on, but in terms of tactically how they set up, Ramsey was out and they brought in Onana, and we sort of thought that was a defensive move, but actually for Villa, it helped them get up the pitch. Did they go with just energy instead of maybe a bit more creativity?
To be fair, they scored the two goals without them being on the field. What I thought the Emery didn't do so well in the first half, he thought about stopping them more than he thought about attacking them. Do you know what I mean? This is why he went 5 in midfield, 5 guys that could match, as you mentioned before, them going for being man-marking and trying to make it difficult for them instead of thinking, you know, how can we attack them? You know what I mean? He was thinking about stopping them. And at one point, when you're 2-1 down, there's nothing about stopping them anymore. It's you on going. But you were already behind from the first leg. Having said that, you know, if you go back out of the tactical thing, man, they made it a game. I couldn't see that coming. I'll be honest with you, and they were very close to go to extra time.
You always talk about patience as well. Sorry, Kate, I feel like I'm doing my job here.
I feel the same way.
But you always talk about patience, Jamie, as well. How do you think Aston Villa did that with the patience, with like the tactical setup from the start compared to then the second half?
Well, I think we always talk about going for the game and we talk about being with the ball. But we said before the game as well, your analysis was about, you know, how at times they were having a back 5, a back 6. They couldn't afford to do that. They had to almost go man for man and be aggressive. Now, I understand what Thierry is saying. He's right. But I also can think where Unai Emery's coming from. And I think if we play teams at home in Europe, sort of for Liverpool at Anfield, and it wouldn't be about, like, we're going to get on the ball and play great football and play through them. We'd almost be thinking, we want to win the ball off them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That would be our way of thinking we can score, and it'd be using the crowd. It wouldn't be about, like, OK, maybe getting between the lines. And that would come maybe later on as the game slowed down. But certainly at the very start, it'd be like man-to-man all over the pitch, press them all over the pitch, lift the crowd, win a big challenge and make it like a Premier League game. And I think, to be fair to Villa, they did make it like a Premier League game. They started the way we thought they should in terms of being aggressive against the ball. But if you leave yourself 1v1, what happened in the first half can happen, you know.
I just because, by the way, what he wanted to do is Paris Saint-Germain went through their pressing anyway. I just thought also that Watkins came too late into the game.
Do you think where he could have said? The only thing I look at is when he brought Watkins on. Do you leave Rashford on rather than still going with the extra midfield player?
You should, and Rashford was on fire. He was playing well. Yeah. It was nice to see that also from Marcus Rashford.
We're going to take you over to Villa Park for a reaction from over there, because, of course, we've had Anita there for us all evening. We've been talking about the atmosphere and how important that was for Villa, the belief that they played within that second half. What was it like to be over there, Anita?
Incredible stuff, Kate. Honestly, this is the stuff of football fans' dreams. It looked like Aston Villa were going to make the comeback happen, but just short at the end there. So exciting, especially when John McGinn had that goal. I know there was a deflection on it, but you just felt the roof raise in here. I actually spoke to the Aston Villa captain a couple of moments ago, and he made a big statement. He called PSG the best team in the world. I asked him, did he think they were going to go on and win the competition? And he thought they had a very good chance. Also asked him about one of the other quarterfinals happening tomorrow between Real Madrid and Arsenal. He thought Arsenal could get the job done, but interesting in that he thinks that PSG are so good. He said they're so devastating on the attack and felt that, like, him and his teammates would really feel it tomorrow.
Interesting. Are you hoping that you might be able to speak to anyone else and bring them to us in the studio, or what's the plan, Anita?
I'll try and work my magic, you know? Maybe Big Meat should have come here and given me a hand.
I know.
Maybe you should have
Should've come.
spoken to the ground staff. I told you. They were calling for you, Micah.
Sorry, Anita. What was the atmosphere like, Anita? Did you enjoy it?
100%. I'd come back. Like I said, John McGinn said that him and his teammates are full of motivation to get back to this competition next season. As things stand, they're 7th in the Premier League table. So much to play for. It is tight in those positions from 3rd through to 10th. So they have a real chance of getting back to the top European competition for next season.
I'm liking the coat, Anita. I'm liking the coat.
Thank you. Thank you. I had to make an effort.
Is it real fur?
Oh, wow.
No.
What?
You and Micah, Kate. You wanted to come and throw paint at me at the next game.
Just finding out. All right. Thank you, Anita. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you. See you.
Are we getting Dembele?
Oh, ask her. She's gone.
I was trying, but you talk about coach, so I couldn't get it. Well, I just think we have a job to do.
People are always ruining your football talk,
We
aren't
have a
they?
job to do.
OK, we will get her back, don't worry. Hopefully Dembele as well. We're going to go to a very quick break. We'll bring you highlights, action, interviews, Dembele, hopefully, all of that after the break. Hi everybody, welcome back to our Champions League coverage. Good to have you still with us. So finally we're going to be able to take you through the highlights and the action from the game between Aston Villa and PSG. Aston Villa getting the 3-2 win against PSG on the night. Quite an achievement, but still amounted to a 5-4 loss on aggregate to PSG. We're going to go with the first goal first of all. Achraf Hakimi. Thierry.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's kind of a weird way how they considered the goal. You can see he's holding his...
Hakimi, Mendes, two of the top.
It was about timing.
Yeah, and then if you're watching the show throughout the evening, you would have seen us at half-time going back to the kickoff in the second half, kind of looking for a way to create some hope for Villa fans, and didn't really figure that there would be any hope for Villa going into that second half. But incredible first 15 minutes, Jamie.
Yeah, it was, I mean, obviously, you asked us all. I was the only one who said they had a little bit of hope, didn't they?
Whoa, hold on. You used the word that you didn't even... You used the wrong word, didn't you?
Why? What did he
Slimmer,
say?
Glimmer.
He said glimmer.
I said slimmer, it was a glimmer.
Slither at home, yeah. Sliver at home.
Anyway, John McGinn.
Yeah.
Ball in the bottom corner is just...
Yeah, and then we saw Aston Villa have 4 decent chances to try and get that goal that would have taken the game to extra time. Just wasn't to be for them tonight. Let's take a look at Tielemans first.
Yeah,
Jamie.
Tielemans.
What a game of football that was. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Look at that. Look at this stadium. Villa Park. Wow.
Is it a team you would enjoy to see in the Champions League again next season?
100%. I mean, let's put my career aside for the moment. Obviously, it wasn't great there, but I still want to see him do well because of yeah, you're coming to me because I played for Aston Villa. But the fans, when they're at it, yeah, there's some of the best.
I think it's one of those nights where if you're a fan, you're disappointed, but you've loved it as well. You were going there not really expecting too much, and that's a night that they remember for a long time. You know, hopefully from their point of view, they'll get in the Champions League next season. I think they will, through the league position. But that's a night they couldn't have dreamt of sort of 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, they'll be disappointed, but there'll be a real buzz around Aston Villa now going forward because they can use that. If that had to finish 2 or 3-0 losing, it was 2-0 at one stage. If that goes 3 or 4, that affects your league form. That affects maybe the Cup semi-final that you've got. They can use the fact that in John McGinn, the captain's eyes, they've beaten the best team in Europe and beaten them well and could have been by more. So they've got to take that going forward now.
From PSG's perspective, that shouldn't have happened, should it? Coming in 3-1. I mean, they kind of lost composure throughout that game. What happened?
Jimmy knows that. Micah also, on the run, you're going to suffer sometimes. They suffered in the group stage, or in the league, shall I say, obviously. But they're going to suffer along the way, somewhere. And they suffered tonight. I remember when we won in 2009, we suffered in Lyon. We got battered. We just made it 1-1. It should have been 2-3 to 4-0. Benzema had chances, Makoun had some chances. I don't know what happened to us that night, but we came back in the game 1-1. We made it 1-1, just barely. And then we went home, and then home it was a different ball game. But it's going to happen away from home in Europe. It will happen. You have to dig deep and make sure that you can go through. You're not going to ease your way of lifting that trophy. Is not always the case.
So you know the way you say that could have affected Aston Villa had it gone badly for Aston Villa and been a wide, aggregate loss for them tonight. Does that affect PSG in any way because they concede 3 goals for the first time this season? Does it shake the confidence that they've been building?
Well, it's happened. I think it was the first time it's happened this season. So I think they've done so well this season. I think they'd put that just down to a hiccup, almost forget it really happened in some ways, and almost give credit to Aston Villa. And as Thierry said, in a cup competition, anyone who wins a cup competition, the best team don't always necessarily win a cup competition because you need a little bit of luck. Now, they've had a little bit of fortune there. You look at the chances that they missed at the end of the game, but me and Thierry and any other teams or players you can think of who've won it, you think of a game there, actually the final.
Yeah.
You think of the chance Shevchenko misses last kick of the game, he's never going to miss that again if he gets that chance. So you always have those moments, and that as Thierry's rightly said, that might be theirs.
Well, it still could potentially be a fantastic season for PSG. They could still win a treble. They could still go invincible in the league. They've already won the league title, but could still end up invincible. I mean, it could be a very special season for PSG if they can hold their nerve.
Very special. It's very unusual when you have a lot of teams in the Champions League that can do the treble. We're very fortunate to have that this year in the Champions League. And
PSG, Barca, Real, Inter.
And Inter, yeah.
Thanks, Kate.
Just for anyone at home who was wondering.
No, it's just like, look, if they stay unbeaten in the league, it will be something great. But what they're chasing really is the Champions League for a very long time. And that's not. I don't think that game everyone is going to go, oh, you know what, we saw this or we saw that. It happened. Villa responded. It wasn't enough, and I don't think that PSG will be so upset about it. The manager will. That's a different ball game. The manager will, but the fans will just be happy to finally go again in the semi-final and maybe having a chance to win it.
Well, Thierry's right. The Champions League has long been the holy grail for PSG. They are now one step closer. They're into the Final Four. They got the job done, perhaps not on the night, but over the course of 2 legs against Aston Villa. They're into the semis against either Arsenal or Real. We'll find out who tomorrow. Very warm welcome back, everybody. So good to have you still with us. So PSG are through to the Champions League semi-finals after a 5-4 aggregate win over Aston Villa at Villa Park. We can take you over to Villa Park right now, where we are joined by Achraf.
Hakimi.
No, we're not. We can't.
We can't.
We're trying to get sound connected to Achraf Hakimi, who's over there waiting to do an interview with us, but he's not ready yet, or we're not ready. So, anyway, it'll be good to talk to him when he gets here. What did you think of his game tonight?
Well, he usually does what he does. He's very good defensively, and offensively is a problem, is a weapon. What they do have, we talked, and Jamie mentioned Nuno Mendes being one of the you said, best left back in the world, but Hakimi is not far from being the best right back in the world when you think about it, because he can do it
both.
Going forward, going obviously to defend, but the way, and we're going to talk about it, Jamie and Micah, after, the way he's allowed to go inside, and we've seen it now, it's a thing. Pep did start that, by the way, sending the fullback inside, but they do it also on the other side. It becomes very complicated, but he's so good on the ball. And he can finish well also, and his football IQ is not bad either, so it's just great to see him play.
He's fantastic, isn't he?
He's unbelievable. Take us to Hakimi.
Yes,
please.
let's go. Let's go over there. Achraf Hakimi, hopefully you can hear us now. We've been waiting to speak to you. Congratulations.
Hakimi!
On tonight. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
My man!
Yeah,
How are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy.
Good. Are you happy? Because obviously you don't get the job done on the night, but on aggregate you get that 5-4 win. You know you're going to the semi-finals. How do you feel about tonight's game in general?
I feel great. Of course, little bit like nervous in the end, but we make it. We are in the semi-final, and we're really happy.
Achraf, c'est Thierry. We're going to carry on in English because, yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I just wanted to ask you something. First and foremost, congratulations, but I wanted to ask you something. How much do you like the possibility when you go forward to be able to go inside all the way and participate in the attack?
I feel really good. The coach give me the freedom to move around when we have the possession. He said for me be inside or open, like that we can create the space and create a movement with the team. And I feel really good there, and I can be close to the goal like today and help the team in that position.
Shukran.
What did that mean for the rest of us?
Thank you.
Ah, okay, got it. Sorry, didn't know.
Yeah, that's live. Hakimi, big beaks here. How you doing, my man? I've been a fan for a long, long time. But the way you are performing right now is top level. I'm thinking you've got to be in the top 2 right backs in the world now. Is that something that you feel you're doing?
Thank you for your words. I don't think a lot that I let you guys to decide who is the best or who is in the top 2, but I try to do my job. I try to enjoy the people who like football. I'm really happy with that.
No. We need. I mean, okay. We'll do the talking for you.
Who is the top two?
No problem at all. But we got to ask you. Have you seen the show? Have you seen the clips? You must see the clips. We go viral every single week.
Yeah, but tell me your top 2.
Yeah, it's a good question. I want to hear the answer too.
Hakimi,
Problem?
you are spot on. Absolutely brilliant. If he's in the top 2, who's the other one?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Come
go.
on, say.
You got big stumbling. I'm starting. I like Trent.
Oh,
Okay.
I like
he's gone
Trent.
for Trent.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah. I mean, Hakimi, I want to ask you about the difference in the team. You look like the best team in maybe Europe at this moment. In the past, you've had maybe the biggest names in world football, but now it feels more like a team. Do you think that gives you a greater opportunity to win the competition this season?
I think we are really confident. I think since 2 years right now, we work a lot, we improve a lot, and we are in the way to become a big team. And we are again in the semi-final, and we want to show everyone that the Paris Saint-Germain is a big team, a big club, and we're gonna fight for all the titles that we can.
Hakimi, you're the best. You're my number 1. Don't worry. You're my number 1.
Very quick question before you go. Who do you expect to play in the semi-finals? Will it be Arsenal or Real Madrid?
I don't know. Both teams, they are really good, and if we want to go and we win the Champions League, we have to win all the big teams, and we are ready for that.
True that. All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Listen, can I just ask you, why do you always change your accent when you speak to players? Just speak normal English.
But why do you two also
very good
use
English.
people's last names to talk to them?
Yeah.
Why don't you call
I
them
was
by...
very wary about pronouncing his first name, so
No, that was
I went with
Hakimi.
Hakimi. I was thinking Ashra. I could easily get that wrong.
Wow.
Were you laughing at me there when I was asking a question?
I just thought it was funny that you
because
called him
you want
Hakimi. Yeah.
Oh,
With Hakimi.
What happened to you?
What to me?
Big day.
You didn't have an answer for that. Or did you get put on the
top two
spot?
come
What
from?
happened?
I've heard someone say like top 5 or top 3. Where's the top 2?
I just thought I'd change it up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
We do
top 2.
things
But
differently
did you
here.
think about the other one? You didn't. I didn't.
I
Do you think you offended him?
I thought about it, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to, we might just speak to other people down the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I
gotta
didn't
keep everyone
want to.
happy.
So I said top 2.
I said that before the game kicked off. You like to keep everyone happy, don't you?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Diplomatic. Yeah, it works.
Okay, cool.
Works.
We are going to go to a very quick break, everybody. We'll be back. We are going to bring you some analysis from that game up at the big screen in just a second. And also Barcelona Dortmund. We haven't brought you the goals from that one either. We'll be back in just a second. Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you still with us. So PSG through to the semi-finals of the Champions League at the expense of Aston Villa. The game played at Villa Park tonight, the second leg of this quarter-final. The boys going to break down some of the key moments from that game between Villa and PSG.
Yeah, it is great what Luis Enrique is doing for the team. We talk with Achraf Hakimi about him being allowed to go inside, but they do something interesting on the left with Fabian Ruiz and Nuno Mendes, as you're going to see. That happened more often on the left. This is Fabian Ruiz on the ball and Nuno Mendes. And you will understand why, we will pause it here, why Nuno Mendes will end up being where he is, because he's allowed. Technically, Fabian Ruiz, if you release it now, play it, Fabian Ruiz will be now in the left-back position. And yes, people will say they overplay, they try to play. Hakimi comes here, and then you will see what he does after. Yes, it could have been an interception, and people will tell me they overplay at time. They overplay for this. Now, Hakimi goes back inside. Nuno Mendes, look at where he is. He was allowed to be here because Fabian Ruiz was playing as a left-back. Roll it, please. Now, roll it. I never really saw that. If you pause it now, this is why it's hard to play against Paris Saint-Germain. If you overgo, wingers high and wide, your two fullback from building are inside. He will make a run and he will finish like any good number 9 with his left foot from an assist from Dembélé. You can roll it. As you can see here, your right back makes a run, the other one finishes. Same pattern. Fabian Ruiz goes as a left back. Nuno Mendes can be higher. Hakimi again will sprint to go inside. This time, Dembélé, Kvaratskhelia, and Barcola are there. Nuno Mendes, you can see here, top of the screen, can go higher. I repeat, because Fabian Ruiz is in the left back position. Roll it. Pause. Very important. Now, that's Nuno Mendes. He was inside before. Barcola was on the high side. So you understand that when they are low, the pair is here. If he goes low, you go high. If he's on the outside, you inside. If you're inside, if he's on the outside, you inside. Roll it. And they nearly did something that I've rarely seen. Again, building from the back. Pause. It would have been a tap-in inside your right back, your full back. It is so hard to play against Paris Saint-Germain. They offer so many options. You don't know who does what. And Hakimi and Nuno Mendes, this is why for me, they defend well and they can do that too.
Is that just a manager thing, Thierry, or this manager, Enrique, or do you look to deploy that as well as a modern coach? Because normally, my day, wing-backs or full-backs on the outside. Now you've seen a lot of people going in the inside.
Well, Pep started that trend with the
Cancelo.
He did it first with Dani Alves.
Alves, yeah.
I was there. I remember we played away at Real Madrid, and he did that. I was like, what is he doing? Mm-hmm. And now you educate your fullback to play that way. But when you look at it and you see Nuno Mendes, like we talked about it, being in a number 9 position that early. But when you think about it, if they lose the ball, Fabian Ruiz is in a left-back position. You're not out of shape.
I think football in the last sort of 4 or 5 years, it's always been about getting a 5 on the last line, a front 5. And in the past, when you said Pep would bring someone into midfield alongside one of us hold midfield players, the 2 number 8s then had almost become like 2 number 10s. You'd have 2 wingers, centre forward, 2 number 10s. So it's almost like, okay, people are aware of that now. So it's almost trying to surprise people by players popping up in positions that they're not used to. So I see Liverpool do that a lot, where their actual fullbacks end up on the last line but inside. But it's still about getting like a front 5, isn't it? So every time you look at the Paris Saint-Germain clips there, it's about front 5. So they're actually, what you've said in the past, maybe the wingers go on the outside and the fullbacks go on the outside. Wingers come inside, maybe with a centre foot, you've got a 5. Now this is just doing it slightly different, but it's always about trying to get 5 attackers on the last line.
Would you be comfortable, you played a lot of games centre-back, but you played some games at right-back as well. Would you be comfortable doing that, what the fullbacks are doing now?
No, I wouldn't have been capable of doing that. I mean, I wasn't really capable of getting forward and getting crosses in, to be honest, but the way they are now, I famously said who would grow up and want to be a fullback, you know, and I was talking to my mate Gary Neville. But what you're asking of fullbacks now, they're almost looking as important as everybody in this team. But I mean, you're throwing it to me, but I was a centre-back who played the odd game of fullback. You were a fullback.
You would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was a fullback, but I think that nowadays they have more technical qualities on the ball. So my game was sort of...
That's what you were lacking?
No, to a certain extent, yes. I would actually agree with you. So when I played with David Silva, he would go inside. I would go outside just to be basically the decoy so he could get on the ball there. And I wasn't a great crosser of the ball, but what was really good is just fizzing it across the box, getting it into the area. But this and what I'm seeing now with these fullbacks, it's different level. And that's why I think you're seeing now the likes of Trent, the likes of Hakimi, whether the other side, they're just going for so much money now because it's more than just defending, isn't it? You need to do the other side as well.
We're talking about a trend, like we talk about the fullback going in, And I think we talked about it. What Luis Enrique does, what Pep usually do, and Simone Inzaghi. You remember we covered it?
Yep.
You remember when they are in possession, the 3 holding midfielders are playing as centre-backs, and the centre-backs are a bit everywhere. Yeah. You could have done what Dumfries does. You know what I mean? If you balance, if the team is well balanced, you can go forward. And I know, again, we talked about it sometime. It can be dangerous because you can be out of position, if the team loses the ball. But why not? Look, they got their reward, even taking big risk against Villa.
I like it. Should we sit down back now?
Yes, come back down, because production have actually put together some other footage that they'd like us to have a look at. So come on down. Let's take a look at this. We've got some other stuff to break down for you. Because I don't know if you remember, it was a while back. I can't remember what game it was when Miles came through the studio and sunned you, Jamie. Do you remember this? Gave you a rub on the head like that? Well, when was this? Who remembers it?
Oh, the 1-1.
We're wondering, or production is wondering, have you held a grudge, or are you just particularly high maintenance tonight? What's going on? Because there's been some footage around of Jamie. Jamie's interactions with Miles. Let's take a listen.
You got a charger, mate?
In my bag. Do you want it?
Yeah, if possible, mate. Yeah. Just a charger.
Yeah, bro.
But does anyone else? Leo, have you got a charger anyway?
Miles, where have you been for the last couple of weeks, man?
You know, I was at Cheltenham, don't you?
That's 5 years ago.
It was really good fun.
Is there any of them celebrations? I'll need them really quick, because that's the piping hot. That's just warming. That's okay. Yeah, I know. People know I like hot tea, but they just don't do it.
You're a diva, aren't you?
Yeah, I was tonight. Yeah, I apologise, but
What's up, Miles?
Miles, come on down.
You gotta come now.
Come on down.
Do you forgive him, Miles?
Come here. We don't see. Come on.
Jamie.
Come here.
I know. Let's give us some
Miles,
background info. Is Jamie perhaps the most difficult to
Miles,
work with?
come here.
Miles, come in.
Come.
Can't see you properly.
Sit.
Do you find Jamie the most demanding of all the talent on set, or?
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
All the best.
What's with the leg up? I mean,
Let him be. Let him be.
There was. It's just comfortable. Leave him alone. There was 2 people, I believe, who sent back their teas today. Was there on set? Micah and I, not one of them, I believe.
Oh,
I sent back a tea. I drank it.
Oh, did you drink it? Drink it, but just complain.
Miles, don't reply. It's okay.
We have a little bit of ban, but what I'm saying is he rubbed me. That's all forgotten. But he went missing. He's been missing for a couple of weeks, and Liverpool beat Everton, didn't he, a few weeks ago? And I haven't seen you since then.
That's true.
Oh, that's why you've not been
Any
here.
thoughts on that, Miles?
They were, I'm very unlucky, I thought. At the end of the day, Jamie, congratulations on the league title.
Thank you.
Miles,
thank you.
Who's your favourite on the show, mate?
Oh, great question.
Jerry.
Mama.
I grew up idolising him alongside Wayne Rooney, so he had to be my favourite.
Okay.
And then who's
So
next?
it's between
who's your
Wayne
least
and
favourite
Thierry.
on the show?
Wayne and Thierry.
That's a good question. Probably Wayne.
Whoa!
Because I'm an Evertonian, and so
Got to be
you've got to
Wayne.
back your own, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
But not far behind, obviously.
Thank you. Well, I'm so happy.
Who's the best defender on the show?
Micah Richards over there.
Yeah! He was an Evertonian.
He was before he changed.
So, Miles, do you actually like Jamie or not? Is this...
We just have a bit of banter. We always get on pretty well.
We have a little bit of back and forward, don't we, about the football?
Yeah.
Bit of Liverpool and Everton, isn't he?
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
the time.
Yeah.
You think you told me Paul McCartney's singing at Goodison for the end of
That's apparently the rumour. Yeah.
That is a big rumour. Did you start that rumour?
Oh, can we stop there, Miles? We've got to go off the show, so... Yeah.
Does Paul McCartney know anything about this?
No, we've got... Check, we've got to let him go.
Okay.
Miles, always good to have you part.
Miles.
Yes, Miles.
I like my man.
Yes.
My man.
Okay, we're going to go to a break. No, we're not. We're not done.
we're not.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry, my bad. Arsenal, wait, what? Barcelona and Dortmund.
Oh, well, I was like,
Barcelona and Dortmund. Let's talk about that one. So Barcelona came in 4-0 up on aggregate. But Dortmund made a game of this one. Let's go through the action from this game. Here we go. Jamie, do you want to pick up first?
Yeah, the penalty incident. Ball back into Koundé there, playing him onside, and the goalkeeper just has a...
Okay, so Champions League top scorers. Take a look who's top of the list. BVB, Borussia Dortmund's Serhou, I'm getting it all wrong, sorry. Serhou Guirassy with 13 goals. Obviously can't add to that tally now because Borussia Dortmund out, but fantastic season for him.
Amazing, especially when you know the story of Guirassy and where he was playing and how much he had to battle. He had an outstanding season at Stuttgart. In France, at times, people didn't believe that he could be that type of player, but you know, when you battle, you can always make something out of it. And yeah, for him to be there, I didn't doubt it. In all fairness, Micah said it before. I've been following him for a very long time. He's an old school 9, very much like, you know, a Dion Dublin type of striker. I like him a lot, and especially the way he had to battle throughout his career.
Oh, okay, we're going to go to a very quick break. Everybody will be back.
Oh, Dion. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
We'll be back in a second. See you in a minute, everybody. We'll be back. Tomorrow, a pair of heavyweight showdowns will decide the last 2 semi-final places. At the San Siro, Inter Milan are going to look to defend their 1-goal lead over Bayern Munich. And at the Bernabeu, can Arsenal close out the defending champions, or will Real Madrid, even by their legendary standards, produce an epic comeback win? You can catch both of those matches live on Paramount+, or if you prefer, you can second screen both games at once on the multicast stream available for you exclusively on Paramount+. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back in just a second after this break. Hi everybody, welcome back. So there is a big game at the Bernabeu tomorrow, and Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham has spoken to the media ahead of that game. Let's listen into what he had to say.
Remontada. Honestly, I've heard it about a million times since last week. I've seen a million videos online and made by fans, made by kind of you guys, I suppose, and yeah, really motivating stuff. It's a night that's made for Real Madrid. For some reason, everyone thinks it's nailed on that we'll come back, and it's a nice feeling, I have to say. It means there's a lot of trust in the talent. It means that you're at a club that's unlike no other, the best in the world. That's what it represents and signifies to me. So, yeah, there's a pressure that comes along with that for sure, and we'll want to deliver on what everyone thinks, that we can come back, and that's obviously the goal for us. But yeah, there is a pressure about it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
So 3-0 down against Arsenal, but playing at home in Madrid. La remontada. Do we see it, Micah?
Do we see it? Maybe. Depends. If they score in the first 20 minutes, yes, it can happen. But they need to score early.
I don't think they need to score early.
I think the more the game grows, the more frustrated Real Madrid become, and Arsenal can catch them on a counter-attack. But if they score early doors, it's backs against the wall stuff.
I think they need to have scored a goal before the 60th minute. Mm-hmm. And they've got to give themselves half an hour to get
Very precise.
Very specific predictions.
Any reason for 60th minute?
Because I think half an hour is enough time. If you go for it to get 2 goals at the Bernabeu, we see them score 2 goals in, what was it, a minute or 5 minutes against Man City a few years ago. What we saw tonight, I think Villa got 2 goals in 3 or 4 minutes. I think they'd have to give themselves, not sort of 15 minutes or so. I think a good half an hour needing 2 goals is enough. They don't need to go mad at the start. You want to start quick, build up some momentum, try and get the early goal, of course, but 1-0 after an hour or a half time's fine.
It could be a very special night for Arsenal. Obviously, that's what you'll be hoping for. The other game as well is super interesting as well. Inter at home at the San Siro, 2-1 up against Bayern after the first leg in Germany. That one feels tightly, kind of finely poised, doesn't it?
I think it's still there is a lot that can happen in this game, especially with the way Bayern Munich did open up Inter Milan. I've seen Inter Milan conceding chances, but never been open like they were open against Bayern Munich. And full credit to Bayern Munich and Vincent Kompany for setting up his team the way he did. So that's why I think this game is far from being over.
OK, everybody, unfortunately, it's all we've got time for today. It was fun to be here with you. We will look forward to tomorrow. Big games tomorrow.
Stick with us.
Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Good night.